I had the opportunity to meet the late Honorable John Ndebugre was in the 80s in Boku at the community center when His Excellency Flight Lieutenant J.J Rawlings had attended an annual, I think, Farmers' Day or Cultural Festival, Saman Pit Festival in 1991. And it got to singing the national anthem or something of that sort. We were children, so I quite don't remember the details, but it was the national anthem. And everybody stood up, but John Ndebugre, in protest against something that he had with Flight Lieutenant J.J Rawlings, refused to stand up and remain seated. And at the end of the anthem, Rawlings signaled his security, and there and then we saw them go and then, lift John Ndebugre from his seat and dragged him to the nearest police station and locked him. And that was the first time I was seeing him from a distance. Even though as a child I had heard his name and about how controversial he was as a person and how radical he was as a leader and all the things that Kosasis had to say about him because of his role in the chieftaincy issue in Boku. And the other time was when I was a law student. I had the opportunity to meet him. And then when I finished law school and then later on in politics, I got closer to him only to find out that he's such a fine, excellent, very accommodating gentleman. So I was beginning to wonder whether it was the same John Ndebugre that as children were hearing of. He had radically transformed into quite a moderate peacemaker, as Honorable Cletus Avoka has indicated. And I recall one day he called me aside and said, I worry about you every day. I wouldn't have recommended that you should be MP for Boku Central, because this Boku problem, it would really create a problem for you. And indeed, what he said has come to pass. And when he became a lawyer, and I recall as recently as when I had my problem with the Office of the Special Prosecutor, he was one of the very many people who called and asked me if I could come to his office, and he was willing to be one of my legal counsel in the matter. And he has continued to be a fatherly figure until ahead of his unfortunate demise. We from Kosa, we from the Boku area will deeply miss the guidance, the support, and the inspiration. He inspired many of us as young people.